Hey guys, week 6, day 4 vocabulary. I know I said we had quite a few. There's only 3, but still. Your first vocabulary word is filter. And as a noun, its definition is a device used to remove dirt or other solids from liquids or gases that pass through it. A car has an oil filter. The verb definition means to remove dirt or other solids from a liquid or gas by passing it through a device. This device filters the water as it comes out of the tap. As an advanced definition, as a noun, definition number 1 is a piece of paper or other porous material, such as charcoal, used to remove solids or other impurities from liquids or gases that pass through it. 2. A device for controlling or modifying the intensity or character of light or sound. 3. An apparatus that consists of or holds a filter. A transitive verb definition, number 1, to remove impurities from something by or as if by using a filter. 2, to separate out by the use of a filter. 3, to serve as a filter for. Charcoal filters smoke. As an intransitive verb, definition number 1 is to go through or as if through a filter. Sunshine filtered through the fog. These are some examples of how the word or forms of the word can be used. The food that whale sharks filter is mainly zooplankton, tiny marine animals, and fish eggs. Number 2. Tabletop pitchers with charcoal filters can absorb and remove chemicals and leave the tap water tasting fresh. Number 3. Flamingos need water because they're filter feeders, organisms that strain food like a sieve from the water they inhabit. All right. Next one is impact. Impact definition as a noun, number 1, the coming together of objects with great force. The impact of the bus against the tree cracked the windshield. Number 2, a strong and powerful effect. The senator's speech on gun control had a great impact on voters. An advanced definition as a noun, number 1, is a forceful coming together of two objects or bodies. The impact of the crash was strong enough to shake the building. Number 2, an effect or influence. His stirring speech had a great impact on the audience. My professor's impact on my thinking was deep and lasting. As a transitive verb, definition number 1, to force or press closely into something. Here is where the meteorite impacted the earth. Number 2, to affect directly. The scientists are studying how the dam has impacted the ecosystem of the river. The tragedy has impacted all of our lives. All right, and these are some examples of how the word or forms of the word are used. Number 1, livestock's contribution to environmental problems is on a massive scale. UN officials wrote in a recent report. The impact is so significant that it needs to be addressed with urgency. Number 2, although the friend and third teen walked away, Bollier, now 27, wasn't so lucky. The impact not only crushed his jaw, nose, and right eye, but also snapped his neck, leaving him paralyzed from the neck down. And number 3, Mercury has an unexpectedly small mantle. The mantle is the layer of a rocky planet that exists between the crust and the core. Our theory is that a giant impact blew off most of the mantle, says scientist Sarah Stewart. And the last one is population. Definition as a noun, number 1, is the total number of people living in a country, city, or other area. New York City has a population of more than 8 million. As an advanced definition, as a noun, number 1 is the collective human inhabitants of an area. He was elected by a large majority of the population. The famine devastated the country's population. Number 2, the total number of people inhabiting a country, city, area, or the like. The population of the United States rose to over 300 million in 2006. Number 3, the number of inhabitants, humans or otherwise, of a particular category in a place. She is a population politician among the Mexican-American population in Texas. The researchers are studying the elephant population within the reserve. And number 4, in biology, the aggregation of plants and animals in a particular area. Spanish cognate Poblacion. Hope I said that right. The Spanish word poblacion means population. These are some examples of how the word or forms of the word are used. Number 1. The moose are now roaming free in the Grand Mesa National Forest in Colorado, where the appearance of calves indicates that the moose population is growing. Number 2. Here in northern Utah, we have too many moose, and we've lost a lot of our bighorn sheep population. Utah Wildlife Manager Justin Doling told WR News. And number 3. The increased interest in Spanish follows a sharp growth in the Hispanic population in the United States. All right, that is it for vocabulary. Questions are next.